I was really looking forward to Darling Companion because I love films about dogs and I love Diane Keaton. And unfortunately, having now watched it, paid to watch it as well, I bought the DVD because it's not streaming anywhere in the UK. I didn't like it. I didn't care for it at all. It's not even that I just found it to be a little bland. I actually really disliked it. I found it to be tremendously boring, and that meant it was kind of irritating. This was released in 2012. It's directed by Lawrence Kasdan, written by Kasdan and Meg Kasdan, and we have a cast including, of course, Diane Keaton. We also have Kevin Kline, Dianne Wiest, Richard Jenkins, Elisabeth Moss, Mark Duplass. Obviously, the cast is solid, and the performances are very good. The characters are so boring. And the only good thing about this, well, two good things. We do have a beautiful dog in it, a little bit, and we have Diane Keaton. And this is about a woman called Beth who rescues this dog in a little. It's a heartbreaking scene because the dog's injured, but also a beautiful scene because here we have a human doing something kind for a dog, and that's always a beautiful thing to see. And then nothing really happens. It's about the family dynamic, the problems that they're having, and I guess some attitudes towards the dog, and then the dog's not there, and it's, yeah, nothing happens really. There's not really much of a story here. And that's not to say every story needs a solid narrative structure, but this one doesn't really have anything to offer at all. So unfortunately, with some very boring characters, even Diane Keaton's character wasn't that interesting. I enjoyed watching her performance, but the character was very dull. Although she did save the dog, so I do have a soft spot for her nevertheless. But the rest of them are very boring, and the narrative is very lacking. And I can't even say there were a few bits here and there that I quite liked, because in general, that wasn't the case. I just got absolutely no joy out of this. Obviously, we get to see a cute dog. That's always a bonus. And I love Diane Keaton. Obviously, a bonus. But other than that, as a story and as a character focused narrative, there's really nothing there. The performances are fine. Visually, it's fine. The technical aspects are all well done. I have no problems there. But unfortunately, other than that, there's nothing I can really say. It's not a good film, and I had high hopes. I wouldn't have even minded if it met half of my hopes. But unfortunately, it didn't come anywhere near close to it. Darling Companion could have been a really sweet, moving story, but unfortunately, what we have is quite a lack of story, and ultimately, I don't want to say I regret spending the money on it because I'm slowly watching every Diane Keaton film. Eventually I will focus on Diane Keaton and clear the backlog, but I'm chipping away at her films. So I don't regret having spent the money on it because I would have watched it eventually. Even if somebody said it was the worst film ever, which it isn't, I would have watched it anyway. So I don't mind having spent the money on it. But if you are thinking of getting it and it's not streaming near you and you need to pay for it, I'd say maybe don't pay too much for it. That's what I'll say. It's maybe worth a little bit if there's a specific reason why you want to watch it. If you're just looking for a recommendation for a good film, though, then needless to say, Darling Companion is not really one that I recommend.